I'm at OMSI, and I'm gonna go through this thing, which is for a submarine. I'm gonna get stuck, and I happen to be here with Francheska.
Wait, go and do that again.
Alright. Take a video of me.
Why?
Going through that.
What? Didn't you already do that?
But I was holding the camera.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna do it twice. Hi. Isn't she pretty?
Alright.
I'm at Jubilee. There's Paul and Ashley.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Sub tourists start here. Not over by the table.
What's up, Paul?
That's over there.
What if we just have a question? Yeah, that's over there.
Yeah.
Yo, Paul, what's up?
Work there, so I'm sure you can find a couple sessions.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go on the submarine soon. I'll take a video then. Bye. Oh, this is cute. Oh,
You always have to like record everything.
yes. It's very important. It's crucial. Submarine. Oh.
Just one's gonna sink it.
That's messed up. If anyone's gonna think
That's
it's
big.
me.
Hey,
I know.
that thing's so freaking old.
It's hot out here? How is it hot out here? Hey, Paul. Does it feel pretty hot out here?
No.
To her, it's like boiling hot out here.
You like totally reword.
Michael had his headphones on the whole time. This is where the lifesavers are and like what we do if we drown and stuff.
Yeah, if we drown, we're in trouble. This is kind of neat. I've never been on a submarine.
Does that thing spin?
Cable turns the screw off of the blue back, so obviously it's not going anywhere. It is a single screw submarine. They found it to be more maneuverable and faster than the twins. This is our monument to the submarines lost throughout the years. The first documented one we lost was in 1915. The last one we lost was in 1968.
That's so sad. He's
Most of them were during World War II. Alright.
I wonder if it spins. Go spin it. Ashley, can you text Francheska, tell her I'm here, please?
Tell her you're here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she knows. She's ignoring me pretty bad, so I don't think she knows.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
I don't think it. This is our monument to the submariners down. So you can well imagine, especially during wartime when the submarine went down, the whole crew went down. But
Sure.
there are escape hatches, but it's here.
You should breathe.
Or if you're down on the floor, the apparatus. Now,
Looks like a bathtub after a minute. That's gross. I'll continue and we're closer to the submarine.
Guy today. If you have any questions during the tour, please feel free to ask. I'm not a veteran. If there's any, I don't think I had chaperones, any veterans back in there. If so, you're welcome to share anything if you like. And pictures or videos are okay of anything inside or out. So, since it's a beautiful day, I'm going to start just outside here, run through a quick history, point out a couple things before we go on board. Lubac was in service with the U.S. Navy from 1959 until 1990. She was in the first group or class of U.S. Navy submarines to have this fully rounded tube-shaped hull you see over here. If you go around to the others that are open for regular public tours like this in the United States, almost all of them have a big bow on the front end, much like the boats you see going up and down the river here. That's because the older ones actually spent more time above water than below. The Navy knew nuclear power was coming along in the 50s. Submarines would start spending more time underwater after that. They needed a better design. This is what they came up with called a teardrop hull because of its overall shape. It greatly improved underwater performance and increased interior space. But even though she looks like a modern Navy submarine on the outside, the Blueback and her two sisters were the last diesel-electric attack submarines built for the U.S. Navy. Everything that came after them was nuclear powered. So we went with the hull a little bit. Sail is the large object with the 581 on it. Now, if you go around to the other ones in the United States or from World War II, that's referred to as a conning tower. That's because the helm and the attack center are up in the structure, but because of this bigger interior space with this hull design, they've moved that down into the control room, so it's all in the same room now. That's mainly storage for the masts that are extended out the top there. The two skinny silvery ones, those are the periscopes. You'll get to look through those when we go on board later. The other set with the gray and the black camouflage are the antennas for communication, navigation, radar, sensors, that sort of thing. And then the all black double-decker one there on the end is a snorkel. Same thing if you've been snorkeling, bless you, or scuba diving or seen the divers with the breathing tube, only that's for the whole submarine. So they can run with just that above the surface of the water, still bring in fresh air for the diesels and the crew, and not actually have to surface or expose the submarine as you see it is here right now. And when those up there aren't being used, they just retract down into the sail for streamlining and storage. A couple other things are the wings on either side of the sail. These are the sail or fairwater planes up here. There's a matching set back there by the rudder on the stern called stern planes, and they actually help fly it underwater basically. And then finally at the very end is normally that propeller or screw up there that you walk past coming down. But that's up there now serving as a centerpiece to memorial to all the U.S. Navy submarines that are still out on eternal patrol, as it's called. And their names and dates when they were overdue are inscribed on the bricks surrounding it. So that's why that's up there right now. Any questions on anything so far? Nope? Ready to go on board? Yep. Okay. Left door. The stairs are steep, so watch your step. Come on in. Slide on in. Have a seat.
Fuck. I'm in it.
Come on in. Oh, come on in. Come on in. Couple more, I think, coming in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can use that. Yeah, you can use that stool there. More in. All right. So, welcome aboard the Blueback. The area that we're starting off on the inside here is called Officers Country. Normally there would be 85 crewmen. 8 of those would be officers, and this is their area we're starting off in. The other 77 enlisted would not be up in this area of the boat here unless they had a reason to be in here. Now normally there would be 2 staterooms or bedrooms back there with 3 officers each. However, we walk through one of them coming on board. That's not how you normally get on and off a submarine. There's a deck hatch with a vertical ladder that goes straight down. So the museum, under the direction of our insurance company and our lawyers, decided it'd be a better idea to cut that big hole in the side there and put the stairs in for you instead. The executive officer, the second in command, gets a private stateroom back there, but the only person on board that has guaranteed privacy is that first door right there. That's the captain or commanding officer. So that's as good as it gets on this boat. After that it goes downhill quickly. Yeah, yep, and it's not very big. Wardroom table here. this is where the officers would eat their meals, do paperwork, study for exams, relax, hold meetings. So this is a living room, dining room, conference room area for the officers. They get the same meals as the rest of the crew. They're just brought up from the galley one deck below, we'll see a little bit later, and then served out of the officers' pantry back there. Any questions on anything so far? Nope. Ready to go in the control room? Yeah. Now, there's lots of buttons, knobs, and switches in there. What's the rule?
Don't touch them.
Yeah, you know why? Some of them still work. I don't know what they all do. I don't think the last person can close the door. Okay, remember that. The other thing is, a lot of them set off loud alarms. Okay, so as we go by, on the left is the radio room. On the right will be the ship's office. So follow me right through here.
That's a doorway?
Interested? That's a doorway? Good luck.
Tristan, he says that's the doorway?
I have to go sideways.
Well, good luck.
Oh yeah, this is, they're just saying that's the doorway, but you got me.
Barely.
The conjuring. Alright, so periscopes here in the center. If you want to take a look, feel free. Walk around over there if you want to look around over there. So come on in. A little bit. Yep. For the group coming in, these are the periscopes here. You can stop and take a look. You can walk around over there. Come on in.
It smells weird down here.
Yeah, actually, I didn't fall down the stairs this time. Aren't you proud?
I think we have more though, so
Oh, we still have.
don't talk
The
to
group,
you.
right? Is this a special one big group here? What's the group?
Jubilee.
We're Jubilee Leadership Academy. We're a boarding school.
Oh, okay.
Out
All right,
Prescott.
cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just knew it was a.
Oh.
Yeah.
We came 300 miles to come see you guys.
300 miles?
250 anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be able to call you.
That's a little bit of a drive.
I have a question.
Yes, sir. Okay, so that goes up to the bridge. The bridge is up in the forward end of the sail up there. It's a little cockpit area about the size of this platform right here. So when they're running up on the surface, the captain with some lookouts, possibly a navigator would be up in there, but he has to relay the rudder orders down to the helmsman down here. Yep. All right, so here we are in the control room. This is the nerve center of the submarine. There's a lot that goes on in here. I'm going to run around the room so you get an idea what's involved. The area over to my left here is the attack center. This is where they would program and fire the torpedoes from that we'll see next. This big clunky set of cabinets here in the center of it is a torpedo data computer. It's a holdover from World War II. It is an analog computer. It's not digital. If you open this up, there'd be nothing in there but gears and motors. It has less power than a pocket calculator you buy at the dollar store. It can only solve one equation. And that is you dial in information about your speed, course, the type of torpedo you'll be using, the target's speed, course, range, and angle relative to you, and it does the calculations that says if nothing changes, you can or cannot fire the older torpedoes if you dial in these settings. But if something changes, they're just going to keep on going and it's just going to be a miss. It's like a bow and arrow kind of approach to the thing, right? After that, that little angled one with the plexiglass on it there was a replacement. That's an antique now, so that's long gone as well. Periscopes here in the center. Now normally the black handles on the periscopes there would drop down and you could use them to rotate the periscope all the way around 360 degrees and do all kinds of cool stuff. But ours don't work like that anymore. And normally these cone-shaped stands they're sitting on are not there either, so you have to pretend that those are gone. But these are the... This is a Navy submarine. This is all you get right here.
Tap into that one.
Control station over there in the forward corner, that's where they actually drive it from. It looks like an airplane flight deck and it works almost the same way.
Looks like a Batmobile.
The right-hand seat there is a helmsman. When they go right and left on their wheel, they have rudder control, so they're steering the boat. When they go back and forth, they have control of the sailplanes we were looking at outside earlier. They're directly above our heads right now. The left-hand seat over there is a planesman. when they go back and forth on their yoke, they have control of the stern diving planes back by the rudder. So they're making the submarine climb and descend even more dramatically than the helmsman would. Chief of the watch is over there at the ballast control panel. It's the one back there with all the lights and gauges on it. Controls the ballast tanks. It has direct influence on the depth of a submarine. And other important functions and systems would be monitored over there. Overseeing that group is the diving officer. And then the navigators work back in there to plot the track on the charts. Any questions on that arrangement? No. I know I ran through that pretty quick. All right, looks like I have a helmsman. Where's my plainsman?
Oh, don't worry,
I need a plainsman. Great, have a seat. Oh, do you gentlemen both have driver's licenses?
Yes.
Okay, good, because we need that for insurance. Okay. So you two are driving. How do you know where you're going?
I'm guessing it has something to do with this thing.
Okay, very good. Now, let me ask you this. Would you like a windshield up there to see where you're going?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know why there's not a windshield up there?
So you don't get shot.
No?
The water pressure.
Anybody else? What was it? What was that?
The water pressure.
No. The reason I know that's not true is there are other scientific or research submarines that do have windows that can go a lot deeper down than this one ever could. How many of you watched a little movie called Finding Nemo? Yeah, I've seen something. Okay. Now, do you remember the part of the movie where they dropped the swim mask and they had to go way, way, way down deep to get it?
Yeah.
What happened? It got very, very, very dark. If you haven't seen the movie, the screen fades to black the deeper down they go. That's when it is out in the middle of the ocean. After about a football field down, there's no more daylight. It's wicked dark down there. You can't see anything. Now, you're a smart group of people. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, wait a minute. You just said a minute ago there were submarines with windows. How do they see? Don't they have big bright lights or something up front? Well, yes they do. But it's so dark down there that even with big bright lights, they can only see about 15, 20 feet out. That's it. At that visibility, they can't go any faster than walking speed. Speeds this one could go with a 15-foot visibility, it's useless. That's why it's not there. So what he had it right. What you are going to do, you're going to use those gauges and instruments up in there to fly the submarine underwater, basically. Just like a pilot can fly an airplane at night or in bad weather without seeing where they're going on instruments. But there's other things out there, like other submarines, that are not on the navigational charts. How do you keep from running into something if you can't see it? Excuse me, Jim, I gotta get right over here. Oh dear. Wait, hold on. No, what was that over there?
Radar.
Close. How many of you watched a submarine movie lately? Oh, come on. Really?
Hunt for Red October?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna go watch that tonight, okay?
Hunt for Red October or...
Any submarine movie, there's some
Crimson Tide.
good ones, there's some bad ones. All submarine movies, at some point, you're going to hear this going in the background. This is active sonar. It works like radar underwater. That ping goes out from the submarine. If it contacts anything, it echoes back. Problem is, does anybody know what the problem is with this system? What's that? Nope.
You might get false readings?
Nope.
It's annoying?
Well, yeah. This is noise. This is like driving down the street at night with your lights off, honking your horn. They're not going to see you coming, but they're going to hear you from miles and miles and miles away. Navy submarines want to remain stealthy or invisible. So to avoid being picked up, secure or turn that ping off. Use the passive or listen only side of the sonar, and when you do, you might pick up sounds like this. What's that?
Ship? Propeller?
Ship screw or propeller moving through the water. Now, if you were trained as sonar techs like Jonesy in the Hunt for Red October, you'd be able to listen to that sound, tell me what type of ship that belongs to. Is it an aircraft carrier, a passenger liner, a container ship? What is it? Then you're going to tell me how far away it is from us, what bearing it lies at, and what speed and direction it's moving. But you're also going to hear sounds like this. Whoops, if I can get it to go. Sorry, I went too fast.
That's weird.
Dolphins. So these are biologics, right? How about this one?
Whales?
Orca or killer whales. And this is a large humpback whale for Finding Nemo. Or Star Trek 4. Okay, so what I'm trying to get across is marine mammals, some of them have their own natural sonar they use to communicate, find food with. Submarines use the artificial or electronic version to help them out. All right, any questions on that stuff?
I just want to say you're doing a great job.
Thanks. You kids are doing great too. I should say that. Young men, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm used to
I'm
dealing with
sorry.
and ladies, yes, I'm sorry. I'm in there. I'm used to dealing with 4 or 5-year-old kids. Sorry.
Oh, dang.
All right. We're going to go down these stairs here.
Check it once.
As we go down the stairs, to your right when you get to the bottom is the sonar room. So you can take a look in there as you go by. But the stairs are really steep and narrow. So please hold on to the railings and watch your step. Follow me right down here. Right down here. Right down here. And when you get to the bottom, that's the sonar room to the right there. So that's actually where the eyes of the boat are, right down here. Or ears go, really. We'll slide around over here, follow me. Right through here, come on in. All the way to that red side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on in, gentlemen.
This looks safe.
They should be. They're okay, I think.
You think?
They've been here for 23 years. We haven't had any problems. Wow. Come on in. Watch your step.
Paul, can I have one, please, for my room? Just in case Cameron starts misbehaving.
It is.
Don't tap it. As long as you don't tap it, we'll be safe. Like those things on Finding Nemo, you just touch it. That was Finding Nemo, right?
Where's Corona? Are they like live?
I like that maybe too much.
Well, maybe. I never put them in here. I don't know.
Oh no, I kind of want to touch it.
Over. Everybody should know if they don't own a gun.
Excuse me.
Don't point it at somebody else.
Nope.
You should shoot.
Nope.
Keep it on safety.
No. The gun is always loaded. It will always be treated that way. So we're not going to find out, are we? Come on in. We get everybody? Oh, no, a couple more. Okay.
So wait, is that the latch you come in from?
Oh wow, that's very top.
We'll go over that. Hold on. All right. First of all, does everybody see that blue step up there, the top of the ladder below the exit sign?
Yes.
Yep. That is the water level of the river outside. So now you get to go home and tell everybody that you've been under the Willamette River in Portland, Oregon, and you did not get wet, and see if they can figure out how you did that. Okay? All right. So, torpedo room. Many different types of torpedoes on display in here that the Blueback carried throughout her career. They all have one job, and that's to sink other ships and submarines. I'm going to focus on the oldest one and the newest one so you get an idea how things have changed over the decades. The oldest one in here is the Mark 14. The black ones you see on the racks, the earliest ones she carried from World War II. They were unguided. So that means these had to be set with the speed and a depth and an angle generated by that torpedo data computer we saw up in the control room, loaded in the torpedo tube, close everything up, open the outer door, push the button and shoot it off. If anything changed during that time, it's just like a bullet or a bow and arrow. It's going to keep going along in that course until either hit something or run out of fuel and eventually sink. Newer ones like the Mark 48 over there behind you, the last one she carried, still in service with our submarine fleet today. That silver drum on the tail end there stays in the torpedo tube. It works like a bobbin on a sewing machine. But instead of holding thread, it's going to hold very fine copper wire, all wound up in there really tight when that's fully loaded. Additional wire in the bottom of the torpedo that will play out behind it like a kite string as it travels. That one has a sonar set on it. It's not as powerful as one of the submarine though. But because of the wire now, you can feed updates out to the torpedo to help guide it in if things should change. Eventually it locks on the target with its sonar and says, okay, I've got it now, you can let me go. You can cut the wire at that point, it can start homing in on its own, or they don't even have to use the wires to begin with if they don't think they're necessary. So underwater guided missile over there versus a cannonball with the Mark 14 over here. What's the first rule of gun safety?
Treat it not like it's loaded.
So we're not going to find out, are we?
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't put them in the air. You come across a gun, do you assume it's loaded or not?
Yep.
So, yeah.
You get
No.
check a missile.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you folks a question. If you're in school or at work or something like that and the fire alarm goes off, what do you do?
Run.
Well, no, I mean, that's the last ditch.
Check the cameras.
You don't panic and you exit the building, right? Okay. Now, let's pretend you're on a submarine like this underwater and the fire alarm goes off. Can you get out easily?
No, I'm pretty sure there won't be a fire.
Oh, there will be. There's lots of stuff in here that can burn. First thing everybody's going to do is put one of these on. Does this look familiar?
Yeah.
Who wears something like this? Firefighters. Because they have to go into burning buildings, right? They don't want to breathe in the smoke. Same thing on a Navy ship, particularly submarines. They're going to fill with smoke really fast. Everybody puts on an emergency air breather first. You're on a ship at sea right now. Can you call 911? Nope. You're the firefighters. Would you like to be fighting a fire in this room?
No.
You're going to learn how to do that, United States Navy, because every U.S. Navy sailor is a trained firefighter, first and foremost. Well, let's say someone comes up to you and says, good news, the flooding has put out the fire. The flooding has put out the fire.
Oh, that's great news.
Is that good news or bad news?
That's bad news.
That's bad news. Now you got another problem. If you can't control that, though, you do have three options to abandon ship. First would be to get the entire submarine up to the surface and evacuate that way. If you can't manage that, and you survive the ride to the bottom, you can wait for help to come down to you. If you're lucky enough to land within 600 feet of the surface and you cannot wait, now for comparison, the tallest buildings over there in downtown Portland are less than that. They're only 540 feet tall. So imagine the height of the tallest building in downtown Portland. Your last option is going to be something similar to this. This is actually the older outdated system, but it would technically still work from that depth. The new one is a full loose-fitting dry survival suit you get into with a big zipper on the front. Converts to a life raft now once you get up to the surface. To get to the surface, so you have to climb up into that trunk above the exit sign, and there's one at the back end of the boat as well. Close the lower hatch, flood that trunk, equalize the pressure, open the hatch above, you're going to float all the way up to the surface.
Is it fast?
Minutes from 600 feet down.
That's actually good.
Yep. Top hatch closes, trunk will drain, bottom hatch will open, and they repeat that cycle till they get everybody off.
What if you can't hold your breath for a minute?
Do you have any divers in the group? No? Alright. I'm not a diver. You do not want to hold your breath. That's going to be your natural instinct. Okay? If you do that, that would be fatal. This submarine is kept at normal surface pressure. You're not going to be underwater long enough to worry about the bends. You will actually find you will have more air in your lungs as you ascend up to the surface because your lungs will decompress from all that water pressure. You will have more air in your lungs than you know what to do with. You're actually going to be exhaling all the way up to the surface. Believe it or not.
That's crazy.
They have one of those at the bottom of a 60-foot tall column of water at the sub school in New London, Connecticut, and you're going to practice going in and doing that whole thing and floating up through that. I've met submarine sailors that have done it under controlled conditions from 300 feet down. So it is possible. Yep. Yep. Any other questions on anything? Now, did everybody see the sleeping arrangements in here?
Oh, I didn't even see the TV.
Would any of you like to sleep on top of tons of explosives?
I know now.
Yeah, actually,
I was going to say, you might want to raise your hand. The taller guys, you might want to raise your hands.
Probably.
Yeah? Okay,
It
good.
has lots of room.
Because I got to show the rest of you now where you normally be sleeping. I gave you the chance, you didn't say anything. I'm going to be in here, okay, just to let you know. Okay? Any other questions before we move on? Okay, gentlemen, if you could take a step in, I have to get to the back, which is now the front, thank you. As we go back out this door again, To the right is the enlisted head or restroom. The left side are their showers. So right back here.
Good luck.
Look at how they sleep in there. Get out.
I can't fit in there.
What?
They have an overnighter in here.
I'm in it.
We could do an overnighter in here.
Yeah.
Come on in.
I'd be happy.
All the way?
Yeah, don't be shy.
Come on, Paul.
I don't bite. I've had my shots. If I do, so you're
Sleepover in
okay.
here.
Oh my goodness.
I'd call the very back over there.
Come on in. Come on in.
I'd call the very.
Casey,
I'll call the part that's outside of the submarine.
All right. So we've gone over the fun stuff. Now we're going to go over the realities of living on a submarine. At least one like this. You remember earlier we said there was normally 85 crewmen on board. 8 of those were officers. They had their living quarters on the deck above. That leaves 77 enlisted down here. Between this compartment on this side, one like it on the other side over there though, there's only 66 beds, or racks as they're called in the military.
So I got a double.
And don't be fooled, there's normally 6 more in this space here where most of you are standing. This is not a walk-in closet or a changing room or a storeroom for extra luggage or anything like that. So 6 more bunks right in here. So you're saying, well, wait a minute now. That's more people than beds, though. How does that work out? Well, 24-hour operation, there's always people up and working. However, there's a possibility that if you're one of the new crew members, you could come back here to your rack when it's your turn to get some rest, find somebody already sleeping in it. What would you do?
Cuddle.
punch him in the face. Kick him out.
No, the Navy kind of frowns on that. There's some personal space issues they don't want to get.
Check cameras.
No. Anything
Check
else?
the cameras.
Anything else?
I'm ready to go
Not
back
the
to
floor,
space.
not unless you want to get stepped on.
Keep working. Take his bed.
There's only a couple you're allowed to pick from. What are you going to do if those are taken as well?
You punch someone.
Not sleep.
Big spin.
Big spoon. We're not cuddling. Huh?
Did any of you get the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears?
Yep.
Do you remember that one? Do you remember what the bears said to Goldilocks when they came home and found her sleeping in their bed?
I forgot.
No.
Somebody's sleeping in my bed. You're going to wake them up. They're late for watch. They've overslept. They're going to climb out. You climb in right behind them. That's called hot bunking or hot racking because the bed's sometimes still warm when you get in there.
Wait, but they're not actually. It's not actually time for them to work.
It is because they've overslept.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yep. They missed a
That's
wake
it
up
was a
call. They
prank.
rolled over, went back to sleep, or something like that.
Jubilee.
Yep.
It was a prank.
Now, hold on. It gets better. See that top one there? It's lifted up in the next section.
Oh, what the? Yeah.
Underneath your mattress is your closet and your dresser for 2 months.
Not gonna work.
This submarine could go out to sea for 2 months at a time if it had to, so you gotta ask yourself now, can I pack everything I would need for a 2-month
do
trip under that mattress?
Did they have a washer and dryer?
Wow, that's awesome. I usually have to get people to think like that, okay? Because that'd be nice, right? You can pack lighter, you just have to do laundry more often.
I'm guessing that.
Did anybody see one?
No.
You're not going to.
Oh, nasty.
There's no laundry facilities on
Better
this
green
boat. You're
deodorant.
not going to see a clothes washer for up to 2 months sometimes.
Oh, that's great.
Hold on.
Wingate.
You say, wait a minute. I did see the showers back there. At least that means I can take a daily shower if I wanted to, right?
You get certain days to shower, right?
How many do you think you would get a week?
One.
Normally?
1 or 2.
Maybe one, sometimes none.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And you're saying, why is that? I'm in the middle of the ocean.
This is
Can't I
great
just
for
turn the
annual
water on,
cost.
please, and take a shower? I don't know if anybody's ever tried that, seawater, saltwater showers. I haven't. I understand they're not the best. You really want fresh water. They can make some. It has priorities over bathing, though. There's one more deck beneath us. The reason we're not going down there is it's mostly batteries. 600,000 pounds of lead-acid batteries down beneath our feet. When they were working, they ran everything on this boat, including making the propeller at the back turn. And they're the older lead-acid type, like the old car batteries. They need fresh water to operate. Another big user is the galley or kitchen. You want to eat, right? 24 operation right there. By the time it gets down to bathing, you're going to learn how to take a Navy shower. All right, camp shower. What was that?
Is it like a 10-second shower?
Well, not that fast. I mean, if you can do it that fast, good for you. But you're going to get about a minute's worth of water. If you've all been camping or hiking or something like that? Okay, so you're probably familiar with that.
I've got more than a minute.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a minute here. That's it. That's it. That's
What's
what I
over there?
got. So it doesn't sound like much fun being a submariner, does it?
Nope, not at all.
Is there anything that might change your mind?
Maybe like an extension in space and air
Well, the new one's going to be a little bit better.
and Wi-Fi.
I know my way.
Wi-Fi.
Well, unless you can come up with some Wi-Fi system that works underwater, but the
In the
laws
future.
of physics and electricity is
They'll
not going to let
they'll
that
figure
happen.
it
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Eventually, they
Okay,
probably
you,
will.
You take that on. There you go.
Figured out Wi-Fi
There
in
you
the air.
go. Maybe
Netflix
the
and a
next,
submarine.
Paul Allen or what's his Bill Gates, yeah. How about this? And there's other reasons. Would you do it if they fed you well?
No.
No, I don't care about food. For air. Air.
All right, we'll see if we can change your mind, because we're going to go now talk about my favorite subject, which is food, unless there's questions on it. Have to go around the corner, look down the decker floor, there'll be a glass plate, you'll get a little peek at some of the batteries we've been walking across, and our contractors in today working on them. Come on over here.
What is this?
That's a door.
5'4", where's Big Greg? He's got a big toe. Greg, he only had one toe, it's just a big toe, right in the middle. Size 15, no 16. How you wear size 15? You only got one toe.
Watch your step.
Why is there a teddy bear down there?
A teddy bear? Oh, dang. Energizer. Energizer bunny.
Got that one walk back up to the building?
Nice.
Come on in.
Oh,
Ice cream.
Come on in. Front, back, anywhere you want to go, gentlemen, ladies, come on in. Might be some space back there, I don't know. We'll make it happen. Right? Come on in. Refrigerators.
They could go fishing.
All right, so cruise mess, which is composed of the galley or kitchen over here, and the scullery over there, which is where they do the cleanup afterwards. Now, it's kind of tight in here. Oh, we got people coming out. Yep, sorry about that. It's kind of tight in here. Not all 77 enlisted can eat at once, obviously. There's no view out any portholes or windows of any kind. All the tables are by the kitchen, but the food that comes out of this kitchen is pretty terrific. In addition to the 4 basic food groups. Oh, did you guys get that? Or did you get the pyramid thing? You got, or wait, no, it's a plate thing.
Yeah, I know how it.
The plate?
Yeah,
Because I didn't have to learn geometric shapes. We just learned the 4 basic. Do you know them?
Yeah.
What are they? Go ahead.
Wheats, dairy, grains, dairy, fruits, vegetables.
We actually have
Yeah, that's
There's 5 on the
Yeah,
I think
there's
there's even 6 on the right.
No, the 4 basic food groups are pizza, hamburgers, fried chicken, tacos, dude. I mean, come on.
lit.
And the 5th one, which my wife says is supposed to be chocolate,
Ice cream.
bacon.
Lit.
Yeah, okay, no, he's right. But in addition to regular things like that, you would also be getting things like steak, shrimp, crab legs once in a while, maybe lobster tail in there as well. Breakfast, some combination of pancakes, waffles, eggs to order, French toast, bacon, corned beef hash, hash brown, oatmeal. All comes out of that little kitchen right there for 85 people around the clock for 2 months at sea. Hold on, I'm not done with the menu. Hold on. The baker has to make from scratch all the baked goods. That means any breads, rolls, buns, muffins, pies, cakes, cookies, biscuits, donuts, cinnamon rolls, pastries are all made from scratch. Yes.
Is there only one?
A chef? Cook? Yeah, no, it's 4. 4. Yep.
I would probably be one.
Yep.
Are these professional cooks or is it
You're going to go to Navy Culinary School. Yep. You're going to just like go to any culinary school in the U.S.
Where's the fridge?
Well, hold on. I'm not done with the menu. I'm getting to the best part. If it's something special like your birthday, they'll make a little birthday cake for you. Yep. And as I was building up, what goes better with birthday cake than
ice cream?
Okay.
Does that work?
Let's see. Now, you see the little kids I usually have coming through here. Let's see if this works. You can have ice cream as much as you want, whenever you want it. Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Bug juice. Y'all like bug juice, right?
I love bug juice.
Yeah. It's like Kool-Aid, Gatorade. They just call it bug juice. Coffee, of course. and fresh milk back there, but you know what? The fresh milk was gone by the second week, and then they went to canned or powdered.
Yeah, I'm used to that. It's pretty good.
Now, some of you are already starting to think about this. You have to feed 85 people for 2 months. Not weeks.
That's 85
months.
times like 60.
Yeah.
Oh, times 3, because 3 meals a day.
4 meals a day.
4 meals, that's a lot.
You've already seen most of the submarine by now. Where are you going to store all those groceries?
I have a question.
Yep, go
What's the
ahead.
4th meal?
Midnight rations. Yep. For the night shift, basically. Yep.
Is it big or like?
It's usually something simple, and then that one, the reason that one's an easy meal is that one is the baker. So he's got to be doing the baking for the next day. Yep. Now, there are some designated storage areas. There's cabinets and lockers around. There's a storeroom on the lower deck. The seats are sitting on a hollow. They lift up for storage. There's a small commercial freezer refrigerator system back here. Bottom line is, though, you're going to run out of room. Now you have to start thinking creatively. For example, do you remember the torpedo room?
Yeah.
It was a little bit cooler up in there. Underwater in the middle of the ocean with the heat off, it gets a lot cooler. Take advantage of that natural refrigeration. Put some perishables up in there, like your produce and your dairy products. They'll stay fresher longer up there while you have them. Engine room, tends to get a little warm. Dry goods, rice, pasta, flour, coffee, things like that could go back in there. What was that thing we're only using maybe once a week, sometimes not at all?
Shower.
I think we store additional food in there. So guess what's going to be in there when you go to take your shower sometimes?
Food. Take a snack. Get a snack
Canned
when
goods,
you...
probably. First of all, you have to get permission to move what's ever in there. Unload all of it. Take your 45-second shower. Wipe the shower down completely dry. Put everything back in again in the same order. How many of you are going to bother to do that for a 45-second shower? Yeah, you're pretty dedicated, because you know what? Most of them are just going to skip it. Yeah. And lastly, 400 of these number 10 institutional cans.
What's that?
Is that door closed? No, I'm just kidding. It's the annoying kid alarm. See, I was talking about the 4 or 5-year-olds. Yeah, it's okay. Anyways, 400 of these have to come on board. Where are we going to put 400 of these number 10 cans?
Downstairs.
No, don't even have to go downstairs. What's that?
In your bed.
With the short guys, they'll put some at the foot of their beds. Yep. Yep.
Shut up.
What was that?
I said shut up.
We're like 4 of them.
From the torpedo room to that door over there, port to starboard, too high in some spots if necessary.
Floor.
And you're going to be walking on a carpet of cans down here and eating your way down to the deck. All the way up to the torpedo room, in the berthing compartments. Yep. Do you see the problem here?
Yeah.
I'm 5'8", I'm rubbing the ceiling right now. I've met submarine sailors over 6 feet tall. Can you imagine them trying to get through here on a layer of these number 10 cans? You're going to learn real quick where things are like this. You also notice I've learned where to put the can now too. Oh, and my boss has also stopped getting complaints of me using inappropriate language. So that's helped out.
They smoke down there?
Got some holes up here. Ow! Yeah, right there. Any questions on anything?
They smoke down here.
They did. It was allowed on submarines until 2010. They've eliminated that now. So yeah, that's where you're going to see ashtrays around. Yep. In fact, they even have it on the menu there. So there you go. Cigars after dinner.
Are these modern fire alarms?
They are, yeah. We put those in. Yeah, the city of Portland required we put those in. Yeah, those aren't going to be on a submarine usually. No. All right, we got one more stop. The engine room. Now the floor is kind of lumpy and bumpy back in here, so watch your step.
You stay here.
Right through here.
Tristan wants to be in the submarine.
Tristan wants
Yo, wait.
Come on in. little bit. Slide on in. If we can scoot over just a little bit, John. Come on in.
So who will take a seat right here?
If you want to, yeah.
Thank you.
Come on in. We got everybody? We got a few more, don't we? Yeah. Come on in. Slide on in. We got room over here. All on the end. We got everybody? Oh, okay. So, propulsion control room on a submarine. This is called maneuvering. So if you're watching a submarine movie and at some point they're talking to maneuvering, this is the compartment they're talking to. You remember early up the front of the boat we saw where the steering wheels were, right? Back here is where the gas pedal and the gear shift are. So the crewmen that work back in here get their instructions from the control room up forward, mainly through that engine order telegraph directly below the clock there. That will tell them which direction, ahead or back, and how fast to make the submarine go. Diesel electric submarine. The diesel half is out there in the engine room. 3 1,500 horsepower diesel engines out there. The kind you find in a small diesel locomotive. They do not turn the propeller directly though. What does is in that last compartment back there is a honking huge 6,400 horsepower electric motor that draws from the batteries. Problem is, if they run that electric propulsion motor at top speed, they'll end up draining all the batteries, all 600,000 pounds, in 30 minutes. If they putt along at walking speed, they can stretch them out to 4 days. But at some point between 30 minutes and 4 days, you're going to run low on battery. You now have to stop what you're doing, bring the submarine back up to the surface, or near the surface. You raise the snorkel and the sail above the water for air, start up the diesels out here. They turn generators that recharge all the batteries we walked across earlier. That sound going out there is supposed to simulate one of the diesels running. No, it doesn't. My lawnmower makes more noise than that. Has anybody stood next to a small diesel locomotive while it's running? Now imagine standing next to 3 small diesel locomotives. Now imagine standing next to 3 small diesel locomotives running inside of a tunnel. That's the sound level you're going to get out there when all 3 are going. And it doesn't give you any idea the heat buildup. It's going to be well above 100 degrees Fahrenheit out there, and not a very comfortable place to work in. You have to be out there while all 3 of those are going. Any questions on anything? Now, I want to say this especially since we've got all eligible people here that could join the service in the Navy. I didn't. I made a mistake. I wish I had. But I don't want you getting the wrong impression based on what you've seen here today. This is one of the newer submarines you can tour the United States, but it's almost 60 years old now. That and it's small. It doesn't get much rougher than this. The newer ones are bigger. The living conditions have improved. For example, on the biggest ones in our fleet today, there's no hot racking. You don't have to worry about that. All of them now produce tons of fresh water every day. Under normal conditions, you could take a daily shower if you want to. They all have little phone booth-sized laundromats on board where your laundry will get done from time to time. And technology-wise, think of this as a 1959 Cadillac. The ones they're building today are more like a 2017 Cadillac that can go underwater and shoot torpedoes and missiles.
So they all have TVs and stuff? Good TVs?
Well, there again, it works up on the surface, not so well below. Yeah. But here's the thing now. Big screen TVs, you got the equivalent of a Hollywood blockbuster, if you know what I'm talking about, the Hollywood blockbuster video rental things, hundreds of them. And you'll get the movies before they come out in the theater.
Really?
Yep. That's something the movie studios do for the Navy. Yep. So, big improvement on this one. That's what I wanted to get across. All right, any questions before we head back out? Nope. Okay, let me squeeze to the front, ma'am. We're going to go down. You've been a great group.
Thank you.
Did you go see the rest of the, did you see the Art of the Brick exhibit?
We're going to see that, I think.
Oh, that is awesome. That is really cool. I wish I could have done that when I was making millions of dollars.
Dutch or...
All right, well, thanks for coming down. Go watch the submarine movie.
How old were you when you first did that?
Well, I was with my grandma, so she wouldn't have that.
You're a little more claustrophobic now because you're a little bit bigger?
Let us
Wow.
Not like that.
And yes.
Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.
You gotta record everything. No, you can't. Put a chair on this side. Give me a chair.
You want that over there? You move it.
Ah, nice.
Only because you want all the guys to stare at you.
Huh?
Only because you want all of them to stare at you. No, they're not going to stare at you,
Because
but...
I want to watch TV.
Hmm?
I want to watch TV. You know, your blanket still seems like a dog.
Because you've been sleeping in it. Have one clip and I'll be happy.
No.
Nice.
Not that one. I don't even like doing this. Unless they're romantic. There's 20. I think I'm sick. You know the coffee that I get at Starbucks? I started not to like it. That's
Maybe your taste buds started working.
Wow. They were already working.
Lego. Lego. Look. What is it? Legos.
Am I?
It's hey look. It's us.
What?
It's us. Made out of Legos.
Rabbit?
I guess so.
I don't know. Hey, you don't need a back view.
It even
Come on.
got the bum bum. This way. Oh, whatever the heck is happening there. Did someone like fall or something? Got another bum bum.
Bam. Push it off the table.
It's messed up. Uh-oh, his hands fell off. See that? He's flipping off his hands. See? He's flipping off his hands. He's flipping off his hands. Raindrop.
Let me get a better one. Okay, that's kind of creepy.
Oh,
That's why I said that's kind of creepy.
it's like a baby.
What?
Looks like a baby. They don't got no bum buns.
Oh, the green.
Oh, got some bum buns going. The bum bum. You got the bum bum and the boom boom.
What?
I said you got the bum bum and the boom boom. Oh, dang. That's safe. Oh. Oh, dang. Oh, look who's reading.
Stop.
Someone's reading.
Okay.
Oh.
They found the eye of the dinosaur.
Hi.
I've seen bigger things than this out of Legos though. In Disneyland, Legoland, in the Lego store. There's do that. The Lego store is like built out of Legos. No, they're real.
Have you ever seen Night in the Museum?
Yeah?
How much you want to bet this one comes alive?
Oh. Out of Legos though? Those aren't Legos. Alright.
Joy.
We're done. Legos.
Do you think could you transfer it to my SD card?
Maybe.
You're able to do that?
Maybe. Not your SD card directly.
I can just... Whoops.
Oh no, it's running out of battery power. Alright, I gotta end it because it's gonna die.
Okay.
Me and Francheska once again say bye. And then the one they always show off right there. Recording. Oh! Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm in Wilsonville, Oregon at Family Fun Center, Bullwinkles, whatever that is. And that's it. The battery's about to die. But I did this random circular thing. I took a video of it. And you, on each piece, there's a random selecting color. And you have to pick one color, and mine was white, which is the Xbox One. And you have to do it for each one, and it blinks really fast to different colors. And you have to get the exact color really fast. You have to get the exact color each time all the way around the circle for many pieces. And I got it each time. And so I won an Xbox One. So I have that now. With Minecraft on it. I'm a Minecraft freak, so that's good. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone. Hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm at Multnomah Falls. We're running up to that bridge right there. So I'll see you guys in a bit. And I'm here. I want to go under that.
Making a wish. That was James. That was silver. You can do it. If you didn't get a wish this proper, come on.
All right.
All right. I'm not going to do it this year.
1 second. See you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.